What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. Hope you guys are doing phenomenal tonight, man. Hope you guys have all had a great week. Hope you guys have had a great Thursday. You guys know what time it is, man. Time for another way too early 2023 fantasy football mock draft with you guys with the Catch fam. Super excited to be here with you guys. Super excited to draft with you guys tonight. We've got 3 spots open at the moment, so link is live in the YouTube chat. Link is live on Discord as well, so hop in tonight's draft. Come hang out, come talk some fantasy football, get some practice for next year, and those spots are already going quickly. We've got 1 spot open. So tonight we're gonna talk some fantasy football, we're gonna have some fun, we're gonna hop into another mock draft. So hit that like button on the way in. Hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you are new to the channel, hop in the live chat. Let me know what's popping. Let's get it going, man. All right, so I don't know. These spots are getting filled and not getting filled, so I don't know what's going on, but I'll give it a couple more minutes here. We'll try to kick off in the next 5 minutes. As soon as this is filled, I'll randomize the order. Let me just double check our settings for tonight. Should be just a standard redraft format. So 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end, 2 flex, kicker, defense, and 5 bench spots. And I'm pretty positive I changed everything else, like 3rd round reversal. Yeah, we're good to go. So, all right, we got 1 spot left. If it doesn't get filled, we'll run this with a bot. So we'll say we'll kick off right at 10:39 p.m. Eastern time. So not a lot of crazy news necessarily out there. We had the NFL Combine start today, so a couple things we could talk about there. I mean, we've got a 4.39 40-yard dash recorded by Nolan Smith, defensive tackle out of Georgia, which is pretty impressive. We definitely had some speedy players out there, but ultimately we're all kind of waiting, I think, for Saturday to see some of these quarterbacks throw. But you know, we had the start to the NFL Combine, so we'll kind of get into that tonight. Outside that, the Jaguars are expected to franchise tag tight end Evan Ingram, so that'll bring him back for next year at about $11.3 million approximately. It looks like both sides are a little bit further from a deal than they like to be, but nonetheless, for those of you who believe in Trevor Lawrence, who believe in that offense, who believe in Evan Ingram as a fantasy piece next season, like I do, this is good news, right? Sleeper has reported that there's mutual interest between the Lions and running back Jamal Williams, so that is good for those of you who like taking Jamal Williams as a late round selection. Those of you who maybe have already drafted him in best ball as well. Outside of that, you got a lot of negative news coming out about the Ravens organization. You know, you had this interesting format this year where each individual team basically got a report card that was scored by their own respective players, right? And the Ravens report card was the lowest rated team, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of strength and conditioning. You had Rashad Bateman coming out and being pretty vocal about his experience, and basically what it comes down to is a game where him and Mark Andrews were set to play and they were both hurt. But regardless, Rashad Bateman is out here giving his opinion, and you had a couple other players come out, former Ravens players. You know, I think there's only like 2 or 3, but at the end of the day, there's just like between, you know, and Rashad Bateman came out and said, you know, like stop pointing fingers at wide receiver core, stop pointing fingers at Lamar Jackson, you know, and the injuries. I don't know. You guys could look into it. There's just not the best buzz going out about the Ravens organization at the moment, which is very, very interesting on top of all of the Lamar Jackson contract negotiations. All right, so this draft is full. We got Andrea in here in the final spot. What's going on, Andrea? Let's go ahead and set the draft order. We're going to kick off in exactly 2 minutes. Oh, I got 1.1. Interesting. So make sure you guys are ready. 10:39 p.m. Eastern time. We are kicking off. So get your keyboards ready. Get your mouse ready. Get your phone ready. Your laptop ready. Whatever you need. And we're going to get it going tonight. So Chargers general manager came out and said Keenan Allen is not going anywhere. We'll see. Dolphins are open to re-signing both Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert, which is interesting. Both of those, Keenan Allen, Mostert, Wilson situations, definitely fantasy relevant. The Lions GM Brad Holmes giving some confidence in Jared Goff being their starter, which I didn't personally see as them going any other direction, but I guess you could have possibly seen that. Outside of that, that's about it. That's really it for the day. So we'll kind of round up here, and we'll start this mock draft in about 1 minute. So let's see who's up in the live chat tonight. Appreciate you guys being here tonight, man. Hit that like button for me if you guys haven't done so already. Let's try and get as many likes on the stream tonight. I'm excited to draft with you guys tonight. Let's do it. All right, J-Dubs gifting out a membership to start the stream. What's up, J-Dubs? Thank you so much. And it goes to Derek. Let's go, man. What's up, Derek? What's up, Albert? Great to see you guys. Godfather, what's going on? Cats, what's going on? Taylor, hello, hello. Box and the Jack. Great to have everyone out here tonight. Appreciate you guys. Taylor gang, what's going on? Hello, hello. Emil, what's up? What's up? Look at that. Emil and Derek getting hit with the free membership for a month. Let's go. Let's go. Taylor, any of the Ravens fans here are going to cry themselves to sleep tonight after today's drama? Is definitely very interesting. All right, we can talk more about that, but let's start this freaking mock draft, baby. Let's do it. All right, I'm just going to go running back here. I'll take CMC. Be very boring. Godfather says, I thought I was in the 7th spot. What happened? I'm not sure, my dude. That happens every now and then where one of you guys is like, I was here. What happened? And I don't know. But I'm sorry, broski. We'll get you, we'll get you in one of these soon for sure. You know, can always send you the invite early if you need me to, my dude. I don't know what happened at all, though. J-Dubs, Jamal Williams, my best ball pick coming true. Let's go, let's go. Cats, why am I always next to you? I don't know, bro. This happens. You know, at least you can kind of try and steal my players, right? Dolphins will come out with a cheaper rookie running back. I mean, yeah, I would be kind of surprised if they signed both veteran backs back to the squad. I felt like I was saying back way too many times in a row, but nonetheless, like if they re-sign one or the other and go and get a rookie running back, I think it makes a little bit more sense. But I don't know. They could probably get Jeff Wilson and or Raheem Mostert on pretty cheap contracts overall. So if you bring back both of them on cheap contracts and still draft a rookie running back, I don't think it's anything too crazy about that, you know? Just depends on the price, I guess. Apparently, Zay Flowers is wide receiver now. Well, excuse me, wide receiver 1 now in this draft class. What do y'all think? Yeah, so we've definitely had, like, in terms of the wide receiver position, you've had it kind of bounce all over the place. Zay Flowers has been on the rise. I think Jordan Addison has been on the rise as well. Obviously, Quentin Johnson. And I mean, of course, JSN is number 1 right now in a lot of people's eyes, but I think he could kind of move up and down, right? So it's definitely interesting. But I think he's an extremely talented receiver. I think we're probably going to see those kind of top receivers continue to move up and down in terms of rankings. I think they're all realistically going to be in a very similar tier. And it's just going to come down to what team do they get drafted by, what offense are they put into, and how are they utilized, right? Are they utilized to the best of their advantage or not? You know, think about a guy like Drake London, who I think is honestly as talented as any other rookie receiver we had last year, but he went to the Falcons, wasn't always utilized the best. He saw when, you know, he got opportunities, he made the most of them. So, I don't know, right? Then you look at a player like Chris Olave, who maybe wasn't in the best offensive position, but got the ball a lot more, was utilized very well, right? So it just depends, really, I think, where these receivers end up, right? Garrett Wilson didn't really have he had 3 quarterbacks last season and still really showed up. So I don't know. I think when it comes down to the wide receiver position and even the running back position for rookies, it really comes down to how are they going to be utilized, what type of offensive scheme are they in, and ultimately, how talented is the quarterback that's throwing them the football. I think that's super, super important. But Yeah, I think Zay Flowers could be just as good as anyone in this draft class at the position for sure. All right, Taylor Gang, what up? What up? Don, what's going on, bro? Ravens fan here, but there's no crying in football. There you go. Godfather joined off your early invite and wrote a message in the chat, but like I said, no worries. Oh, was that for the maybe that was the Dynasty mock, because I ended up not running that tonight. So if you're in that, then you have a reserve spot. All right, let's go Etienne. Let's go double running back tonight. And then I guess we should take a receipt, or should we take the first quarterback off the board? Because I'm not going to get a QB for a while. Or should we just go triple running back? A lot of decisions, a lot of directions we could go here. I'm going to go receiver, though. I'm not letting you guys take my boy. Give me Devonta. You guys keep taking him away from me. Yeah, Godfather, it may have been the probably the Dynasty mock. Let me see if I can get that pulled up and see if you're in there. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, you're in that one. So that's for the Dynasty one that I did not end up running tonight. But you'll have a reserve spot in the next Dynasty. We'll just use that same link. So, any of you guys who joined the Dynasty mock that we did not run tonight, there's like 5 of you guys maybe. You guys have a guaranteed spot. So, J-Dub says, I love Bijan, but him going over Cup looks criminal. I really think, like, especially if Bijan Robinson goes to a team, like we were just talking about rookie receivers getting utilized, right? If Bijan Robinson goes to a team where he is a clear-cut RB1, or the RB1 in front of him is on a downturn, has not been playing to their fullest potential, it's an injury bug, whatever it may be, if you can make the case that Bijan is a starter right away, I don't think it's too crazy to say that in a lot of leagues he'll go in the top 7. And you know, we talked about this a lot last year and even a little bit the year before, right? When it comes to the first round of fantasy drafts, right? If there is a running back on the board that you want as your RB1 to start your roster with, then go out and get him. There's nothing wrong with, you know, the debate of Jonathan Taylor versus Saquon Barkley versus Bijan Robinson versus Hall versus Walker. If that running back is your guy, is it Josh Jacobs? Is it Henry? Pollard? Etienne? Just go out and draft him. So I don't think that it's going to be too crazy to see Bijan Robinson go that high, you know. So we'll see what happens. But if you like Cup more, then, I mean, I'm not going to argue against Cup. You know what I'm saying? Cats, I'm stealing Devonta Smith and Kane. Well, watch out. I didn't even see that before I drafted Devonta Smith, so that's funny. Yeah, you guys already saying John's going to draft. I mean, you guys know. That's my boy right there. So, what are you going to do? All right, lost my spot in the chat. Don, it's good to have you out here tonight. It's good to have everyone out here tonight. What are you guys up to? How's everyone doing, man? What'd you guys eat for dinner? So that's always the important question. All right, Don says, I'm on Trey Palmer. Kid can play. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be 1 or 2, maybe even 3 kind of later round wide receivers who are really able to step up, you know? I don't know as much about Palmer. Played for LSU at one point and then went to Nebraska, correct? Yeah. There's always late round receivers that step up, right? We talked about Cooper Kupp. You know, there's always those second round, third round guys who definitely can make an impact almost as quickly as first round guys, right? Thomas, what's up, bro? Hello, hello. Hope work is going well for you, man. Appreciate you hanging out. Where we think Amon-Ra should be getting drafted? I'm perfectly fine with him right there at 2.2. Like, I will tell you guys right now, like, you guys have already seen this reflected in some of my mock drafts, but I love Amon-Ra. I really, really do. Liked him a lot going into last year, a player that I had a lot of draft capital built into. And, like, right there, like, I would still take Hill, Diggs, and Lamb over Amon-Ra, but like A.J. Brown, Higgins, Waddle, I probably have Amon-Ra right in that tier, and I like him in terms of upside just as much as I like a guy like A.J. Brown. So 2.2, 2.1. If you want to take him at the end of the first, if he's your receiver, then I'm not completely against it, you know? And I think even some of those guys like Diggs, for example, you know, getting kind of up there, and I don't know, Diggs will be just fine. Don't get me wrong, Diggs will be just fine. But I do think that the Lions, there's definitely potential that they could take a large step forward like they did this past year, something I talked about a lot going into this past year, take an even bigger step forward as an offense in Amon-Ra, as long as he's healthy, right? Going to be an absolute superstar. So, yeah, I do not mind him going around 2.2 at all. Finished as your wide receiver 7. He only missed one game, but I don't know. I was an Amon-Ra owner in my primary league this past year. It felt like he missed more than one game because he did have a couple games where he played kind of banged up, and it did show. But, yeah, I'm huge on Amon-Ra. So, beginning the second, I think makes perfect sense. After the review, what up, what's cracking, boys? You know, it's got a slight chub watching those D linemen fly in the 40. They were fast today, man. Super fast. Super, super fast. I'm very concerned for offensive linemen. All right, let me make my pick here. After the review, what do you think ultimately of the combine today? What stood out to you? What did not stand out to you? If that's even a way of answering that. All right, so I'm on the board. Man, you guys are just wiping talent off the board. Like it's nobody's business. Holy cannoli, Batman. Dude, I'm just taking my QB because it's kind of gross out here. I mean, it is like... It's pretty gross. That's all I have to say. Who do I want to draft here, man? I'm gonna take a receiver. I just don't know. Go Chris Godwin. Try and get like a safe pick. Get the upside out of Devonta Smith. There you go. Yeah, it is kind of ugly out there. All right. Trading Michael Carter for Devonta and winning the chip will forever be my Devonta Smith fantasy value story. I love it. It's beautiful. Great, 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 great. There's no such thing as a team with an RB that will be above Bijan. Giants draft him. Saquon's RB2. Jets draft him. Brees is RB2. Colts draft him. JT is RB2. San Fran drafts him. CMC is RB2. Well, there you go. Let's see. Straight up Polish dinner. Pork cutlet, mashed potato, cucumber salad. I don't know if I've had any of that. I don't know if I've ever had a true Polish dinner. Sounds great. Pollard and Chase is crazy. I do like that start for sure. Pollard, what am I saying? Tony Pollard. I don't know what I'm saying. It's the Polish food, and then Tony Pollard right after. Getting my speech all mixed up. Yeah, Tony Pollard, a player, you know, I did like a while back, like the last week of fantasy, like maybe right after it ended, like way too early rankings for running backs and receivers going next year, and I had Tony Pollard in the top 10. So as long as he can come back for training camp, I'm huge on Tony Pollard for sure. Why the Raiders suck, even though Jacobs is getting 300 yards in single games, because the Arby's can't win the entire game for you if your defense sucks. I mean, that's fair. I don't know if Jacobs ever got 300 yards in a game, but I think that was an purposeful exaggeration, right? Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying about Bijan Robinson for sure. I just think, you know, you do see it a lot, right, where you have one of the most talented running backs in the class get drafted. I get that Bijan is probably the most talented running back we've seen come out of a draft probably since, Saquon Barkley, right? But yeah, I don't know. You saw Breece Hall, Michael Carter kind of got things rolling, then Breece Hall took over. Javonte Williams right behind Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon still kind of took over the primary share, and then as the season went on, Javonte took over. It was close to 50-50. But I don't know. I do think that there are a lot of teams who kind of like to ease in a rookie running back. I don't know how easy it's going to be easing in uh, a player like Bijan Robinson with his skill level. But yeah, I mean, the only point I was making is that if he does go to a team where he's a clear-cut running back one, like, listen, dude, regardless, Bijan Robinson is going to go in the first round of fantasy drafts. The only point I was making is that if he does go to a team where he is a clear-cut running back one, like starting from a fantasy value perspective right away, then I don't think it's crazy to see him go in the top 5. So, not an exaggeration. Jacobs had over 300 against Seattle, and Raiders still barely won overtime. Game was crazy, man. I do remember that. So, 229 rushing yards, 74 receiving yards. So, yeah, from scrimmage, just over the mark, right? But, I mean, yeah, that's one game, right? But I get what you're saying, man, for sure. For sure. All right, so 6th round wrapping up, and all the receivers I want are gone. There goes Trevor Lawrence. I almost didn't go Justin Fields. Let's see if T-Law would slide out, and he did not slide out. So I'll be boring here. I'll take my tight end. Give me Goddard. Where do I want to go here? Don't want to go. There's some good running back value here. I want to go to the receiver. I'm going to go receiver. I'll go Hollywood. I believe in him in the second half of the season when Kyler comes back. Why not? All right, can Def see Pittsburgh taking Bijan 33? It's just tough to find a spot in round 1. He's got to go in round 1, right? Right. I like the stack there. We got Lawrence and Ingram off the board. Brian says Bijan doesn't fall past the Eagles at 10. Eagles would be a crazy fit. But you guys know, I still believe in my guy Kenneth Gainwell next year. We'll see what happens, man. Let's see. Look at some. It's okay. This is CBS Sports. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Jalen Carter. What do you guys think about the Jalen Carter situation, by the way? I don't personally. Listen, it's a really bad situation for him to be in. I'm not like by any. It's just really stupid, But I don't personally think it's going to affect his draft capital, unfortunately. But okay, Will Anderson, Tyree Wilson, Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, Miles Murphy, Christian Gonzalez, Devin Witherspoon. Let's see. Quentin Johnson going to the Texans. Dalton Kincaid going in the first round in this mock to the Packers. And they got Michael Mayer going to the Lions. 2 tight ends. So this mock has Bijan going to the Eagles at pick 30. Pretty far back in the first. Quite interesting. After the review says Carter doesn't fall past 5. Yeah, I don't think he does either. If Carter stayed and waited for the police instead of taking off, there'd be no problem. Yeah, it's a bad situation, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, some of these guys are super young, right? I mean, any college player is super young, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to affect his draft capital, but like there was talk, overall about Carter potentially going number 1 overall. Like the Bears just not trading out of the #1 spot and just taking it, you know. But ultimately, like, I think it's still be a top 5 pick for sure. So, Katz says Deontay Johnson the 7th is a steal. I like Deontay okay in full PPR, but no more than a flex for me. Let's see. Don, I say 33 partly because Brees was first running back out the board last year at 36, I think. Just don't know if Bijan's talent output was all that compared to Brees late in his college career. Fair enough. Katz, I've heard there's way more to the Carter story. He's changed the story a bunch. Yeah, I mean, with something like this, there usually is more to the story than the public is going to know, right? J-Dub says Bijan to Eagles is a dream spot. It'd be crazy. But I don't know if I like it. For my guy Kenneth, right? Let's see. Okay, I mean, you guys can chit-chat about whatever you want. Don, it's a great position for fantasy, but not really sure front office value it much in terms of round 1 in a draft. Opportunity cost of taking a round 1 running back is pretty damn costly. I don't think that's too crazy to say. I mean, the perspective on the running back position has definitely changed, and which is, I mean, I think a lot of teams kind of want to utilize multiple running backs and use them until their contract's up, and then use a blend of like young guys, whether they're through the draft or not, and veterans, right? I mean, to see so many running backs kind of rotated around. All right, I got to make a pick here, and I accidentally closed out of the mock. All right. Ooh, interesting players available. Oh, man, I kind of wish I didn't go Goddard as much as I love Goddard, but Freiermuth is still sitting here. Would have been just as happy with him. Oh, my gosh. Board is just ugly. Take Zay Jones. Give me another receiver. Oh, yeah, I mean, it is thin out here. I'll go Gibson. I need a running back, so we'll roll with that for now. Why not? All right, where was I? Let's see. If I get the 12th pick and redraft and Bijan and Walker are still there, I'm taking both. I love that as a start. If you're gonna go double running back, load up at the beginning, and then get another running back to turn. I mean, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm I don't know what's happening in the chat, but come on, guys. Can all talk respectfully, right? Maybe the Bills would take Bijan. I hope not. I don't want the Bills to draft any running backs ever again. Like, just sign veterans. Keep the talent, young talent off your team, please. I don't know. Maybe Cook gets a bigger role this year. I'd really like to see that, right? I was a huge fan of Cook going into last year, and I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that Bills offense does not utilize the running back position very well. And I mean, I don't like, because sometimes it's like, you look at things from a fantasy perspective, and at the end of the day, like, you end up under evaluating certain players because they don't always perform from a fantasy perspective. But when it comes to the Bills running backs, like, I just don't feel like the Bills ever established a strong run game, you know? I think it would have ultimately really helped that offense as well. You know, in some of those games where they kind of struggled, right? But, yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see. All right, well, whatever, dude. Katz likes Derek's team. I like the start too, man. Solid quarterback, Solid tight end. Jamal looking like he's going to be a Lion again. Solid running backs. Good veteran presence, at receiver on top. Garrett Wilson. Pray, why are you already raising your hand? We have like 5 rounds left. Bills should get Kareem Hunt. Yeah, exactly. Like, just sign players like Kareem Hunt if you're the Bills. You know? How about Cook? Ooh, I would, dude. If Dalvin Cook and James Cook are on the same team, that would actually be kind of incredible. You know what I'm saying? I really like that call, actually. All right, man. Into the 10th round we go. Appreciate you guys being here tonight, man. It's been, what, like 2 nights since we streamed? 3? 2? Something like that. And they could get the other Edmonds. That would be really interesting, too. Yeah, he's set to be a free agent from Pittsburgh. Why not? Why not have a set of brothers on both sides of the ball? All right, I didn't make a queue at all tonight. I just kind of winged it, so I'm going to build a tiny little queue here and just make sure I build an okay roster. Yeah, man, I really wish I went Freiermuth at 9.1 and at 6.12 went like, I mean, I don't know. A lot of different routes I could have gone. Whatever. I love Goddard. What am I saying? Kyler Murray's off the board. Honestly, if Kyler fell to 10.12, I was going to take him. You know. Goes Rondell Moore. All right. Who do I want to draft? I'll go second tight end. It's not really great out here. I'll take Tyler Boyd. Why not? It's just like you guys eat up talent, man. The Diglets. All right, man. Into the 11th round we go. Let's do it. All right, so tomorrow night I'm probably going to run an Underdog stream. I forgot to draft Gainwell. Of course I did. But whatever, Bijan Robinson's going to the Eagles, right? So yeah, tomorrow we'll hang out on Underdog. Hop into the big board. So for those of you guys interested in drafting with me tomorrow night, just stay posted. I just want to make sure. Let's see how. Sitting at a 43.8% fill rate, and that tourney is up for like 2 more months, so we got plenty of time. It's not filling as quickly. This is probably the slowest filling tournament, right? We've also got the little board, which is sitting at 41.9% filled, which is a $3 entry compared to a $10 entry. So I think everything about that tournament is set the same. It's just a lower entry and lower payouts. I'd rather just do the big board, honestly. Payouts are a lot better for like $7 more per entry. But yeah, tomorrow night we'll hop on to Underdog for sure. Times I heard something. Dalvin Cook's middle name is James, and James Cook's middle name is Dalvin. I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Cats, you got me, bro. I always forget to draft Gainwell, but it's all good. They're out of name ideas. Yeah, right. It's only 2 entries. Oh, okay. That's good to know for the little board. Manifesting a first round receiver for my Giants. I like it. I like it. I don't know if the Giants need a first round receiver. You know? I mean, you got Robinson. You re-signed Hodgins. They could probably use it. Because Shepard's not coming back, right? What does his contract look like? And I love Sterling Shepard, but he's hurt all the time. So, has he really been in the league? Oh, how long is he? Wow. I feel so old sometimes when I look at players. Okay. I don't think he's under contract next year. And obviously Kenny Galladay is released. Darius Slayton won't be back either, I don't believe. So yeah, can't you like always kind of use a first round receiver? G-Men gotta focus on defense. Good point. Brian says not necessarily, but it'd be a plus. That's fair. That's fair. Let me make my face tiny again. There we go. Shep and Odell were supposed to be that duo, right? Right? Palmer and Osborne going here in the 12th round. Love both of them right now, man. All right. Who am I going to draft? Not a tight end. I probably need another running back, don't I? Should I just go 2 running backs? How many receivers I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because basically right here I get 2 more players. Man, Devin Singletary is still available. I'm going to take Michael Carter and I'm going to take Isaiah Hodgins. Let's do it. All right, man. To the 13th round we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so Underdog tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be on Saturday night. But Sunday night, we got to do a Dynasty. Got to do Dynasty mock. And maybe roll into another one Monday. If not, Sunday we can do a redraft. And then Monday we can do a Dynasty for sure. I guess Sunday we have been doing redraft mocks. So we'll see. But we'll do a couple mocks. Start the week. And yeah, man, I'm going to try and run an extra stream or 2 next week, even if it's later like this one. Because I am going out of town Friday. So I won't be, I'm going to have a little break. I won't be streaming like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday that following week. My birthday is March 10th. I'm actually going up to where Steven lives with my wife and daughter. So, should be fun. Yep. Bro, come on. After Pete never said anything about Bijan being a bust. Come on, guys. Just stay positive. Have fun, guys. It's all good. I hate when you guys get scrappy in the chat. It's annoying, honestly. So, just sit back, enjoy the stream. Let's talk fantasy. Let's have some fun. Yeah, no one is a Bijan hater here. Come on. But yeah, man. I'm excited. I want to, like you guys know, I've been taking a little bit of a break since the season officially ended and everything. But I do want to start ramping things back up at some point. Dynasty mock Sunday afternoon instead of redraft. Yeah, we could probably work that out. The Sunday streams will be at like 4:30, 5 p.m. Eastern time, like that time. Because basically what I do is I stream during the baby's second nap. And after that, you know, I can just like have the night off. So instead of streaming at night, just kind of chill out. So yeah. All right, kicker defense for me. Yeah, if you guys want to do a dynasty draft Sunday, that's fine. Give me Nick Folk, baby. Defense. Does it really matter? It's gonna stream anyways. Let's go Lions, baby. Dan Campbell. Let's see. All right, well, I give up. Here. All right, let me know if you guys want me to take a look at your team, and we'll wrap up the stream that way. Brian, I always used to stream defenses, but the Cowboys defense put in work every week this year. Yeah, and they really were going late in drafts last year. You know? Kind of crazy. They had such an easy strength of schedule being in that division, right? All right, boss man, what'd you do, my dude? We got Tua and Russ at quarterback, Pitts at tight end, Chase, Judy, Lockett, Michael Thomas, Rondo Moore, and John Mechie. Good receiver room, good receiver value throughout the draft as well. Pollard, Najee, Rashad White, and A.J. Dillon. Really good late-round running back value. So a late-round quarterback build. Good at kicker, good at defense. I mean, great kicker, great defense, too. Good team. But, yeah, late-round quarterback build. I guess your only question mark is quarterback. Like, I mean, I think Tua's going to be fine going into next season. If he wants to play, I think he'll be out there. I think Russell's fine value in the 12th round. You know, I like Goff a little bit more, but I think it's fine. I actually like I would have picked Daniel Jones at 11.3 and then Goff at 12.10. But if you like Tua as well as Wilson, I'm fine with that. Good team. Yeah, I mean, starting Tua or Wilson, starting Pitts, starting Chase and Judy, Pollard and Najee. And then in your flex, like you got Lockett, White, Dillon. If Michael Thomas is healthy, he's there. If Rondo Moore is healthy, he's there. And then you got John Mechie in the 15th round. This is a really good team. I like this team a lot, head to toe. I personally like some different late-round quarterbacks, but if you like Tua and dangerous more, that's fine. Good team. All right, Prey, we'll look at your team. Why not? All right, Cousins and Geno, quarterback. I'm good at that. Late-round quarterback build here once again. Kittle at tight end. Eckler, Henry, Swift, Kamara, Hunt, Pirine. Good running back room, good running back value throughout the draft. Like, I think if you have three guys you believe in, like Eckler, Henry, and Swift when healthy, getting Kamara in the 7th is a really good idea because, you know, if he does get suspended, it's a 6-game suspension, an 8-game suspension, he has the second half of the year to ball out, then you're in a good spot, right? So I like that pick. Metcalf, McLaurin, Sutton, Lazard. 4 receivers are a little light at receiver. You'd be really relying on DK and Scary Terry here, but maybe you could utilize some of that running back value in terms of trades as well. So I think this team would be okay, but you want more receiver depth as the season goes on. Money Max, Saints defense, you're fine there. Starting Cousins, Kittle, Eckler, Henry, Metcalf, McLaurin, then you're probably hoping to flex Swift, and you might be flexing Sutton. Not a high ceiling there, but maybe Lazard if he goes to a good fit as well. So maybe Kamara if he's not suspended. So yeah, team's good enough, right? Why not? Taylor. Yeah, Thomas, the same link that is live on Sleeper for the Dynasty Leagues is the link we're going to use for our next Dynasty mock. So you can hop on Sleeper and just join that, and you'll have a reserve spot for sure. All right. Wait, Taylor's at 1.7. I'm on the wrong Taylor. All right. Allen and Kelsey, Bryce Young, you're good there. Get a quarterback and tight end. Connor Cook, Sanders, Madison. Good late round running back value. Obviously leaning on the upside of the quarterback and tight end position here with some solid receivers. So you got Waddle, Keenan Allen, JSN, Flowers, Juju, and Elijah Moore. Ravens defense, and Jake Elliott. So you're starting Allen and Kelsey, Waddle and Keenan Allen. Probably starting James Conner and Cook. And then in the flex, like, you're going to have to figure it out here between JSN, Sanders, Flowers, Juju, Madison, Elijah Moore. But, like, you have the depth there. You have the value there that I think you'd be fine. But at this point in time, a little bit hard to pinpoint who your 2 starting flexes would be. But like I said, I think this team's perfectly fine. Yeah. Nice build, going for the upside there, tight end and quarterback, so I'm good at that. Let's see. Cats. What we do tonight, my dude? Quarterback is T-Law and Goff. We got Ingram at tight end. Like that. Like the stack. I like Goff as a late rounder. I think Lawrence was good value at 6.11. We got JJ, Mike Williams, Amari Cooper, Bateman, and Cooks. So I'm not super high on Cooks right now, but he's your last receiver off the board, whatever. Rest of the receiver room looks good to me. Jacobs, Chubb, Monty, Gainwell, and then one rookie and Sean Tucker. So good running back room. Yeah, good value throughout the draft here. Starting T-Law and Ingram, JJ and Mike Williams, Jacobs and Chubb. Probably flexing Cooper and Monty, or Cooper and Bateman, Cooper and Gainwell. So got options at the flex. Got some depth on this team. A good defense, good kicker. It's a great team. I like that team a lot, man. Good work. All right, Derek. Burrow and Kyler. I know Kyler was like an auto pick, but I actually love that. It's who I had in the auction league last year, right? Freiermuth at tight end. Bijan, Akers, Jamal Williams, and Devin Singletary. You had the most controversial pick of the night. Gosh, I never thought us talking about Bijan Robinson would ruin everyone's mood, but I like the running back room. I think he got good value here. I was wondering when Devin Singletary was going to go. I think in the 13th round, why not, right? Garrett Wilson, Debo, Mike Evans, Deontay Johnson, Sky Moore, KJ Osborne. Not my favorite late round receivers. I mean, I like KJ Osborne a lot, but I mean, he took some veteran presence. I'm not necessarily against that, but starting Burrow, starting Freiermuth, Bijan, and Akers, right? Wilson, Debo. And I think you're flexing Mike Evans and Deontay. Maybe you can move Jamal Williams over one of the 2 running backs if you felt necessary. But yeah, good team, good defense, good kicker. I'm good with it, man. How do you guys feel about your squads tonight? Let's see. All right, man, we got Mahomes and Njoku. Njoku's really not my favorite late round tight end. I like him a little bit more in Dynasty, but like I like Komet more right now. But I don't dislike. I don't know. He's not my favorite. I don't necessarily dislike him though. But I'm fine with him, I guess, at 10.7. Why not? Kupp, Ridley, London, Pickens, Quentin Johnston, Palmer. Yeah, love this receiver room. A lot of upside in young guys here. Walker, Pacheco. I love that. Love Charbonnet. One of my favorite running backs coming into this draft class. Khalil Herbert, CH. Why not? Probably going to get cut. Super young. Could help someone somewhere, right? Starting Mahomes, starting Njoku, Kupp in London, Walker and Pacheco, probably flexing Ridley and Pickens, if not Charbonnet or Herbert or Johnson or Palmer. You got a lot of options. Good depth on this team. Good defense in the Jets. Good kicker and Bucker. Good squad, man. J-Dubs. What we do tonight, man? It's your boy right there, Trey Lance with Deshaun Watson. Little late round QB build. I'm fine with that. T-Hawk and Dalton Kincaid. I like it. I like Kincaid a lot, and I love Hawkinson, so good tight end room. JT, Brees Hall, Gibbs, Mostart, Bigsby. Leaning on some rookies here, but I love that start with JT, Brees Hall, and Gibbs. Love it. Olave, Christian Watson, Burks, Addison, Davis. Not my favorite receivers, but I think Olave and Watson could get you through, and then you have some nice upside between Burks and Davis, and then obviously adding a nice receiver like Addison. I think once Addison's on a team, I don't know if he's going to go in the 8th round, but it might. Nonetheless, yeah, good little build. You're probably starting Watson to start the year, Hawkinson, Taylor, Hall, Olave, Watson. Then you got to figure out the flex. You know, as the season goes on, it might be Gibbs and Addison. It might be Burks and Davis. So once you get the flex sorted out here, you'd be fine. Good core team for sure. Cat, surprised you didn't take another QB with your quarterback being Fields. You know, I was hoping to land Kyler Murray in the 10th or the 11th. I thought about taking Goff. I thought about taking Jones. Ultimately, for the sake of tonight's mock, though, I just loaded up at some skill position players. So, all right, let's see. But yeah, I don't disagree with you guys. Like I said it a lot last year. If you draft, last year, if you drafted Lamar Jackson, if you went after Jalen Hurts, like I really encourage you guys to. If you drafted Kyler Murray, even Russell Wilson, like these kind of dual threat quarterbacks, it's always a good idea just to draft a late round quarterback, or as the season goes on, add a quarterback who's performing well off the waiver wire, or even if you just have an injury prone quarterback like a Dak Prescott, right? It's just a good idea, And I said the same thing about like George Kittle. If you go, like I love George Kittle, but if you draft George Kittle, he's probably going to miss time. Go get a late round guy like a Dawson Knox or Cole Kmet, whoever it was last year. Hunter Henry sucked, but and what happened with Kittle, right? He missed the first 2 games of the year, so yeah. All right, let's see. My bad. Just realized there's a casual group where nobody actually says anything bad about any teams ever. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's the exact point, Cats. I literally like is 110%. You guys have a different opinion. Like you can literally hate everything that I say, right? You can disagree with every take I make on a player, on a team, fantasy wise, non-fantasy wise. But there's a big difference with being like combative about it and just being like, I disagree and this is why. Let's talk about it. But like, I don't know, man. Just don't come at people in the chat. It is what it is, man. Let's see. Derek, you're welcome. I'm glad you drafted tonight, bro. Let's go. Always good to have you in the house, man. All right, trying to get caught up here. I just don't get it, man. Like, I lose a subscriber over that. Like, just if you don't like someone's opinion, like, talk about it, but don't get all butthurt and unsubscribe and like try and insult people. I just don't get it, man. Taylor, drafting Kelsey and a QB in the first 3 rounds may be a little too cute. Kind of left myself out to dry at running back and receiver. Thought I'd try it out though, and that's why we do these, right? Try out different strategies. And quarterback early with Kelsey early is tough, but if you hit on the right guys, like you can build a championship team like straight up. What's your opinion on Brandon Cooks? Think he can be really good if he gets traded, or they get a good quarterback in the draft. He's definitely a talented receiver, for sure. I just got to be the right fit. I don't think he's going to be with the Texans next year, but it just depends on the landing spot, like J-Dubs is saying. Taylor Gang, what we do, my dude? Get simple. I haven't drank any water. All right, Hurts at QB, you're good there. Higbee and Mayer, I like that, especially if Mayer goes to the Lions or the Packers, somewhere where he's probably going to be the tight end one where he goes. But yeah, if he goes to a place where he's a clear-cut tight end, then yeah, for sure. Pierce, Algier, good value there. Jeff Wilson, Fournette, Chuba. Good, for like a late round running back build, I like it. Diggs, Brown, D-Hop, Ayuk, Myers. Good receiver value throughout the draft. Yeah, Bills defense, Patterson. I like it. So he's starting to Hurts, Higbee or Mayer. Diggs and Brown, Pearson, Algier. Then I'm going to argue you're definitely flexing Hopkins and Ayuk here. That leaves you with Myers, Wilson, Fournette, Chuba. I like that you got that late round running back value. Even if it's, kind of question mark guys, right? You needed it with this team. But you got Pearson, Algier to kind of carry you there. So, yeah, you're in a good position with your core roster, including the flex. And you need to figure out your bench throughout the season. So I like it, man. You're good after the review. Bro, you're fine. Love you, man. Have a great night. And we'll talk to you soon, my dude. No, I'm not stressed about you at all, my guy. J-Dub says, would have taken Ramondre if he fell. Where did he go? I just saw his face and I lost it. Oh, 3.8. So you wanted him at 3.9 or 4.4? Yeah. Yeah, 3 running backs would have been tough. Let's see. Thoughts on Thornton? I like the upside because the previous regime didn't utilize him until late. Yeah, I know that's a guy you've been taking a lot of best ball drafts and dynasty drafts, and I like him in those formats, but I don't know. Receivers on the Patriots scare me. Receivers who rely on speed purely can scare me as well. So I'm kind of back and forth there. And I don't know how hopeful I am for the latest regime for the Patriots either. But would I take him in Dynasty since he's super young? Yes. Would I take him in Best Ball? Yeah, sure. So. Patriots got to support someone. I guess that's true. Like, there's got to be a number one receiver on any team, no matter what. All right, what did I do tonight? We'll take a look at my squad, and then we'll start to wrap up here. Great stream tonight, man. I appreciate you guys so much for coming out tonight, hanging out, man. All right. Let's see. Opening up on my second screen. All right. Fields at quarterback. Yeah, I could use a backup. Why not? But we got Fields. I believe in him. Let's go. Goddard and Kmet. I love the tight end room here. C-Mac, Etienne, Gibson, Carter. I meant to draft Gainwell, and I forgot. But I'll live with these running backs. I'm relying on C-Mac and Etienne here. At least I have some handcuff value in Gibson and Carter. And I'd be playing the waiver wire running back for sure. Devonta Smith, Godwin, Hollywood, Jones, Boyd, Hodgins. I mean, I like all these receivers personally, so I feel good about the receiver room. Nick Folk in the Lions defense. So starting Fields, C-Mac and Etienne. Starting Goddard. Starting Devonta and Chris Godwin. Then in the flex, like I've got Hollywood Brown, Zay Jones, even Cole Kmet. Those 2 running backs and Gibson and Carter. Give me some handcuff value, Boyd and Hodgins. So I'd figure out the flex. But yeah, I'd be okay with this team. Why not? Doesn't really like jump out on paper or anything crazy, but I like this team. Story about coaches going easy on Mac Jones is silly. You're supposed to be professionals. You should want coaches pushing you to be better. Weird. Yeah, a lot of weird reports out of the Patriots this past year, right? Just did not work. After, did they make the playoffs the year before? Or did they miss it by 1 game? I don't remember. Daniel Jones reps seeking more than $45 million per year. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's that crazy. Like, all right, this is how we'll wrap up the stream. Quarterback contracts. All right, so it is a little crazy. I don't. Here's what you have to think, though. Like, they have to push for that number. Because right now, here are the quarterbacks making more $45 million per year or more. Patty Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, right? So right below that, you got Josh Allen at 43, Stafford and Dak at 40, Cousins at 35, Goff at 33.5, Matt Ryan at 30,000, Ryan Tannehill at 29.5. So, like, there's no reason in the world why Daniel Jones, after the season he had this last year, cannot be in the Kirk Cousins to Josh Allen range. I mean, I know the Josh Allen part sounds crazy, but, like, Stafford's making 40, Dak's making 40, Kirk's making 35, and Goff is making 33.5. Like, if Jones and his agent come in and start demanding 40 or 35, you get pushed down. So you go in and you demand 45 million plus, because the other aspect is the quarterback contracts have kind of shifted to a larger number, right? When Patrick Mahomes signed his deal, $45 million per year was pretty groundbreaking, right? But now it's not that groundbreaking, because you got guys like Kyler Murray and Deshaun Watson jumping ahead of him. You got guys like Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson towards the back half of their career making more than that. So for Jones to do what he did this past season, it's not that crazy. Like that's what anyone, regardless of position, is going to try to do, right? You come in at a high number and you meet probably where he deserves to be. I don't think it's that crazy for him to be making more than Jared Goff more than Kirk Cousins, and even more than Dak Prescott or Matthew Stafford. Stafford, I think you could argue for with the Super Bowl and everything, but even if he's making as much or a little bit more, it just happens, every year. The average per year at position, depending on who it is resetting what that average is going to be, it's going to be reset. And I don't think Daniel Jones is necessarily resetting the market, but he's finding a medium ground. So I don't think it's that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Over, what's good, bro? Hope all is well. Justin Fields, a top 10 quarterback this upcoming season. I think so. You got Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Burrow. I like Fields right there at 5, but I think there's definitely an argument for Herbert, Jackson, T-Law. I like Fields a lot, though, personally, though. So, Jacobs, can't blame him. This could be the only chance at a huge contract. 100%. 100%. I like the idea of Lamar to Atlanta. I've heard of that going around. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I got a couple things to do. I got to hit the hay. I got to be up a little bit earlier tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for tonight's stream. I had a blast with you guys, man. Love you guys, man. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. And smash the like on the way out. If you guys are new to the channel, check out the links down below. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Discord. You guys know what to do, man. But definitely good to talk to you guys tonight. Reconnect with you guys after, what? I haven't streamed for 2 days? 3 days. So, yeah. Always good to catch up with you guys. Talk some fantasy. Catch up with what's going on in the NFL world. And, of course, throw together a great mock draft with you guys, man. So, appreciate you guys so much, man. Everyone who stopped by tonight, thank you guys. And stay posted. We'll run through an Underdog draft tomorrow as well. So, hit me up on Discord. Hit me up on Instagram if you guys need anything. And, yeah, man. That'll do it for tonight. So, Don, Taylor, Godfather, J-Dubs, Elver. Good to see you, Elver. Taylor Gang, Derek. Cats, Boxing the Jack, Brian, Prey. Shout out to Ben for unsubscribing. Everyone else who stopped by. Albert, thank you guys so much for being here tonight, man. I appreciate you guys so much. Love you guys, man. Everyone have a great night. Everyone have a great Friday. And if I don't talk to you, have a great start to the weekend as well. So that'll do it. With that, I will say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here